New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has called for a global fight to root out racist right-wing ideology following last week's deadly attack on 2 mosques in Christchurch. In one of her first interviews since then, she told the BBC that she rejected the idea that a rise in immigration was fueling racism. 50 people were killed and dozens more wounded in Friday's gun attacks. The first funerals, of a father and son from Syria, took place on Wednesday. Hundreds of mourners gathered at a cemetery near the Linwood Islamic Centre in Christchurch, one of 2 places of worship targeted. Australian Brenton Tarrant, 28, has been charged with murder. 50 people died in the attack. Asked about the rise of right-wing nationalism, she said, "This was an Australian citizen, but that is not to say that we do not have an ideology in New Zealand that would be an affront to the majority of New Zealanders." She said there was a responsibility to weed it out where it exists and make sure that we never create an environment where it can flourish. "But I would make that a global call," she added. "What New Zealand experienced here was violence brought against us by someone who grew up and learned their ideology somewhere else. If we want to make sure globally that we are a safe and tolerant and inclusive world, we cannot think about this in terms of boundaries."